Hey, welcome to this edition of Dave's blog. This will be a series that I'm doing on the church, and I'm excited to have you with me. We're going to do these in about a series of 5 minutes because I can't stand to talk longer than that, and I know that you and your time is limited. So hopefully this will engage your thoughts on the church and on ecclesiology and also on your ministry. Feel free to use some of this material as you choose. It comes out of the book, The Last Disciples. Something I've been working on for quite a while, and so I'll be referring to notes throughout the process, and we'll see how the series goes at this point. We're looking at doing about 10 of them, and I'll be posting those on our website. Thanks again for joining me, and let's begin. So I have a question that's been rolling around in my head for weeks. Who will be the last disciple? Have you ever pondered that? Certainly there must be a final person on the earth that's a disciple of Christ. But maybe a better question is this. Will they be the last disciple because of the return of Christ and their conversion and it was so imminent? Or were they the last disciple because they failed to translate the practices of Jesus to the next person? After all, this is a real battle, and there are casualties on both sides of the aisle, good and evil. Imagine if a church could look into the future and see the very last disciple. Would that have an impact? This is like knowing the exact time and date that you'll die. I don't know if you've ever been on deathclockwatch.com. You sort of calculate, when am I going to die? But we really never know. And so if we knew that, it would change how we live. That treadmill wouldn't look so bad knowing we'd be pushing up daisies because of a heart attack on a certain date and time. And I'm willing to bet that the person who is the last disciple would totally change what they do in their Christian walk. It would change the course of their approach to people. Perhaps it might cause them to do several other things. It might cause a genesis in their application of translating authentic followers of Jesus Christ into their friends. And so the last disciple and the look that we're going to have in this series is for those people who care enough about doing church ministry that they want to evaluate why they do it. This is for those that are serious about thinking through the life of the church. And in the first portion of this series, we're going to provide a solid theological basis for what the church is doing. By hearing and listening to this and watching it, you'll be able to better understand the aspects of the church and thinking about how it's created and what we do with them. We'll discuss the modern church's identity, its theology, the challenges that it faces, its best practices as it attempts to make disciples, and this provides a theological scope for the present, but also sets out on a theological nexus for the future. And really, that's what we're going to do in this series. I appreciate you for joining us, and look forward to seeing you in the up and coming days. Thanks again.